I'm gonna be late.
Okay, it's time to go to school. You ready for school?
Where's my backpack?
Oh, we got it. Let's go. Tell everybody have a good day.
Goodbye, fans. Peace.
Good morning, Angela here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch another video. If you're new here, my name is Angela. I lost 200 pounds, fell in love with running, and now I'm trying to live the healthiest life I possibly can while being a mom. And I haven't made a video in like 2 weeks because I've just been stressed and busy. Well, actually, I've been making videos, but I don't know if they would be interesting. I was going to do like a work day in my life, because that's really something that I want to talk about, but I don't feel like I can dedicate a whole video to just a work day because I deal with like a lot of sensitive information and whatever. So here I am trying to get back into the swing of things, and today is probably just going to be the chattiest video that I've ever done, and because I'm trying to get back on the grind. I've been really busy at work, and when I'm busy in one place, and another thing has to be sacrificed. And you know that I'm always working out and always running, and I've been going through like, not like a running rut, but like I haven't been motivated to run. I've still been doing my runs, but they haven't been the best, or like it just feels like a lot of work. And so I think I'm just in that period. I'm not even motivated to sign up for races, which is usually the surefire thing that's going to get me out of that. But like I said, I was going to run one race a month until racing season was over, which is basically April. And yeah, I'm not doing a February race because I'm not in the mood. So right now, I just turned on the camera because I'm a little bit distracted, and we have another busy day, another busy week of work. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a to-do list. I wanted to go ahead and open up my video before it was too late. Longest intro ever. Peace. Here at work, and I just got done eating my lunch, and it was gross. I don't say this very often, but there's no way I'm eating that ever again. I didn't even finish eating it because it was gross. I made some sweet and sour tofu yesterday, and yeah, that was a flop. You know, I'm still trying to get my bearings here, and I'm trying to test out different stuff and not eat the same meals over and over again. But I should have just stuck to the teriyaki tofu because this was not it. I also made some tofu last week that was okay, but it wasn't like the greatest thing. The Korean beef tofu, it was horrible the first day, but the second day it was better. So I just wasted $4 on tofu, but it's okay. I mean, I will eat the cost, but I'm not eating that anymore. No way. It just wasn't appetizing at all. Now it's time for me to go home. Well, almost time. I had to leave work because my alarm went off at home, which was a little bit weird. No one approached the house or anything like that, but everything was a-okay. It was just an internal thing. But I did want to talk about the books that I have read this year, because that's not really something that I talk about, and that was the whole point of me even starting off this video. So we'll talk about that when I get home, but I still have to work out. After workout, I have to go pick up some packages, and yeah, today's just been a very unexpected day. That's all I can say. Unexpected. Not bad, not good, just very unexpected. But yeah, we'll get to that book talk in a few.
Later.
All right, I'm home now. I was going to go running outside, but hey, it's very windy, so that's just not gonna happen. We're going to hit the treadmill, and My office is a mess. I've been trying to get it organized because I don't spend nearly enough time in here like I should, but it's just been so messy. It's been like the catch-all to everything in the house. But yeah, we're gonna go work out and then we're gonna talk about those books, y'all. I promise, I promise. I just have to do all of these little things before I get to like the fun stuff. Or I guess it's about priorities. It's about how you stack your priorities. Obviously, things I have to do at work or go to work. And then, well, first off, I have to take care of my child and then go to work and then do all of these other little things that just go down the priority list. And content creation doesn't always fall at the top of the list, even though I said that 2022 was going to be the year that it was going to be different. I've kind of felt it that the past 2 weeks, but you know, you still have to pay your bills. So that's just where I am. Anyway, let me go work out. I'm sitting here chatting and doing all that stuff. I told you it was going to be awfully chatty because I haven't vlogged in a very long time. Chatty. Also, I ordered a crap ton of stuff off of Amazon today, which will be here tomorrow. Just finished. Look like a hot mess. It's pretty short today, so I'm not mad about that. Just making sure my tongue will save my workout. I actually have a race next week, so I got some tapering before that. So, and I've just been in like a really bad funk, as I mentioned earlier. So it's nice to have a short run. I think I might do like a little bit of strength training and go on about my business. This SHEIN order started out just for stuff for my kid because, you know, we're going on vacation soon and she needs swimsuits and all of those things. So that's what it started out as. I don't even know if she can fit this. This looks like really super small. Why are there padded cups in here? But whatever. So that's what it started out as, and then I ordered myself a whole bunch of like basics. So we're gonna go through all of this and see what's up. These little shorts are so cute. Look, ooh. I have some matching shorts like this. My fashion girl probably isn't gonna like it.
Mommy.
But I wonder where all of her stuff is because...
Mommy.
Yeah. Look at this cute little black dress.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Yay, that's cute.
Oh, no, this is for me because it looks like it will fit. No, baby, obviously this is for you.
Yeah, you choked me again.
Yeah, so we're just going to go through all of the SHEIN clothes here and see what's what. And I probably need to try some of this stuff on because...
Hey, that's mine.
Yes.
Well, that's cute.
I probably need to try some of this stuff on.
That's mine.
And see what we're going to keep and what we're going to send back. But right now we should be at the craft store, but someone had to come home and use the potty.
I already done.
Yes, so we had to come back home to do that. Because I don't know, fun fact about me, I don't like to use public restrooms. I will hold it all day and I will not use the public restroom. Look.
Mom, is that mine?
Yes.
Yay, I like that one.
Okay, so.
I like flowers.
Anyway, I'm going to go through all of my SHEIN clothes and I'm going to try them on.
Hey, it's mine.
I'll share with you what's a hit and what's a miss, and then I promise you we're going to get to those books. I promise. Alright, so these are the only clothes that I'm keeping from my SHEIN box because they don't... these are the only ones that fit, and all of these were just not, like, cute. So I'm sending back, like, more than half of my SHEIN order. Nothing I bought for my child fits her, so... I had like 2 pieces that fit her. Yeah, there were like 2 pieces that fit her, so like all of that's just gonna have to go back. The one thing that was like the definite winner from the SHEIN haul was this blazer right here. I absolutely love this blazer right here. It's so great, and it's like the perfect color. Am I zoomed in or something? Oh, that's horrible. Okay, yeah, so, but it's like the perfect color, and it fits so well. And I forgot that I even ordered it, but it makes me feel super, super cute. So this is the one definite thing that I'm keeping from my SHEIN haul. I'll link it down below if it's still available. Some of the colors were sold out, so I got this like sage green, but I know no one comes here for fashion. No one comes here for fashion, but I'm all about it. Anyway, need to hop on to the craft store, and then I'll be back. All right, so we are here. We're back. Didn't get anything at the craft store because I just didn't want to go. I ended up going to eat Chipotle because I didn't have enough time to make dinner because I went to the craft store. Anyway, so we are going to talk about the books that I've read just this year. So I have a Goodreads challenge. My challenge is to read 15 books this year. Last year I wanted to read one book a month, and I exceeded that. So this year I upped it, and I just want to talk about the books that I have read this year because I never ever find like a real time to review books. I'm in no way a booktuber. Would I love to be a booktuber? Yes. But I don't read like books like that. I watch too much TV. Let's just be honest. I watch too much TV and YouTube to be a booktuber. So, and I also don't read physical books. Like, I read my Kindle books, I listen to audiobooks and follow along in my Kindle. And that's my vibe. That helps me get through my books. And I know that's a little bit controversial because people like you to read like physical books. And I still pay for my books, or I get them from the library, but just not that way. Anyway, so this year, only 2 months, I've read 5 books. So the first book I read was Take a Hint, Danny Brown. That is the second book in the Brown Sisters series by Talia Hibbert. And I actually enjoyed Take a Hint better than Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I don't know. These are like steamy books, and I'm not, that's totally not my vibe. So when there's too much of that in the book, then I'm just kind of like, can we get to the good part, please? And, that's not the good part for me. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like that it adds to the story sometimes, and it's just in there just to, whatever, to each his own. I know some people enjoy that. I'm just not one of those people. But I actually did like the story behind this book, and so for that reason, I will move on and read the third book since I've already read the first book. I know there was a lot of hype behind Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and it wasn't a bad book. It just wasn't my most favorite book, but I enjoyed the second book about the second sister a little bit more. I don't know. The story was a little bit more relatable, and I just thought it was cute. Everything about it was a cute, meet cute. The second book that I read this year was The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and this book was, okay, first off, I didn't know that it was on Reese's book list because I probably wouldn't have read it. Any book that is like talked about or overhyped or on one of those lists doesn't seem to vibe with me very well. So I read The Last Mrs. Parrish, which was on that list, the Reese's book list, and it just, I wish I could get my time back. So, but I had already started this book before I knew that it was on Reese's book list, and I was pleasantly surprised. This book is a little bit more up my alley. It's like a murder mystery. Tried to figure out the clues and do all of that jazz, and it was a page turner. And the twist is not really something like, I didn't see it coming, but maybe I wasn't reading that hard into it. But I don't know. It kept me entertained, kept me trying to figure out who the killer was, the motive behind what was going on. I just thought it was a really, really good book. So that has me thinking that I need to read more Lucy Foley books, but the reviews aren't that great. So just on that, because a lot of books do get overhyped, just you have to start reading the book, and there's no like law that says that you have to finish the book once you start it. So like, if you don't like a book, then don't continue to read it, because reading is an investment of time. All right. The third book I read of the year was Colleen Hoover's Reminders of Him. I have a love-hate relationship with Colleen Hoover books because they are overhyped sometimes and they're good but not always great. But I am going to tell you that I loved this book. I gave it a 4-star because it's too early in the year to give it a 5-star. But I think that it's going to hold up to the test of the year. I only read the book because it was on Kindle Unlimited, and I was afraid that it might go off of Kindle Unlimited since it was like a brand new book and everybody was talking about it and wanting to read it. So I went ahead and read it. I took the dive and I enjoyed every moment of that book. It was so good. It's a, it's a second chance story. There's a little bit of a, like a mystery behind it, and if you're into those, it's definitely a romance aspect, but also like a redemption story in there. I'm not using the proper terms here, but that's what it was about, and I really enjoyed it. So the next book that I read was The Maidens by Alex I can't say it. This book was highly talked about, and I've put these books on like my library list, and whenever they come through, then I just start reading them. So sometimes I'm searching for a book, and then other times the universe just tells me that it's time to read the book because it's my place in line to get the library book. And this is what happened with this book. And yes, it had all the elements of books that I like. It had the mystery, it had secret society type vibes, it had death, and okay, that's gonna make me sound like really weird, but it had like murder and all that, and so it had all the pieces of what I would love in a book. But I didn't love this book. I would not recommend this book to anyone else. I just felt like that it moved very, very slow. The character development, there was just like a lot of stuff going on with the characters that had no relevance to the story, I guess. And I'm like, why are you telling me this if it's not going to play out on the end? And I just found myself just trying to get through this book. It had like a little spooky feel to it though. I'm not going to lie about that. There were some nights I would read it before bed and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be reading this before bed. And then didn't want to cut the lights off. But yeah. I don't know. This wasn't my favorite book. I know that people like The Silent Patient. So maybe I will commit to reading that book. But this one wasn't my favorite book. And the most recent book I read, because my library loan came through, was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Which, this is a book that a lot of people talked about. This is like an older book. Willie had read the book and I remember him telling me, that it was a really good book. And this book wasn't bad. It was about a night circus and magicians and, all of those type of, like, things. And, it had all the elements come together to be, like, a really, really great book. First off, I felt like the book was too long. And it took me a really long time to, like, make it through this book. Even with the audiobook, it was just... It was a lot. It was a lot to make it through this book. And I have no idea how many actual pages it was because I was reading it on my Kindle. But I just, I was not excited about reading this book. And then I just wanted it to be over. Really. It usually takes me like 4 days to read a book. And this one took me almost 14 days to get through it. And I mean, it was a great book. I think some of the characters were overdeveloped. It was kind of weird because it switched back and forth in time, and it was kind of hard to like keep up with the story, keep up with some of the characters. There are a lot of characters in this book of who you need to keep track of and what their point in the story is and all that. In the end, it was a good book. It just wasn't my favorite book. I feel like it was maybe overwritten a little bit. But yeah, so those are the books that I have read so far this year. What do I have that I want to read? Finlay Donovan's Killing It. I want to read that. I'm sitting here and I'm blanking on the books that I want to read because I know for sure that is one of the books that I want to read. Finlay Donovan is Killing It, and then there's a book 2. So if I read the first book, then I'm going to read the second book. And yeah, I'm completely blanking on the books right now. Okay, my Goodreads list is totally not helping me out, but there is this one book by Lisa Lutz called The Accomplice that I want to read. I used to be obsessed with Lisa Lutz books back in the day, and I remember me and Willie went to like a book signing and met her, and it was like, and I brought in all of my books, and it was totally amazing that we got to meet her and everything. I also have I've also had this book on my list for a long time, The City We Became, Great Cities #1 by N.K. Jemisin. So I might try and read that. So that's all I have. I kind of don't think too far in advance about the books that I want to read because I kind of just want them to flow to me organically and, you know, like in the mood that I'm reading, just so that I don't get like overread or whatever. I'm really enjoying reading like fiction books right now. I haven't really picked up a non-fiction book in a hot minute, so I'm not really mad about that. But yeah, comment down below what you're reading, and I guess that is all for this chatty video today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm back. Well, I hope that I'm back, and I hope that I'm not like too busy and overwhelmed where that takes away like my creativity of what I want to do. I don't know why all of a sudden this got dark, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what you're reading or any book suggestions that you have, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.